Hey there, my name is Megan Fields, and I'm at the resume portion of this interview process. I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit of the work beforehand and then talk about it as I go through it, just because I value the time that we have together. So, what I've done here is I went ahead and left the placeholders in for full name, city, state, phone number, email address, and URL. So you can see on the split screen, they don't have any of this filled out. So just to value their privacy, we wanted to go ahead and just leave those and they can fill that stuff in. I just went ahead and took my English teacher background and kind of reworded the stuff that he has here. And I also included the keywords from the job description, just because I thought that that was really important. Things like self-motivated, product development, product creation, those kinds of words that are in there. So I just kind of reworded that to make it sound better. Professional experience, he doesn't have this listed here. She doesn't have this listed over here. However, he had listed it in his informational page. So I went ahead and put that in just because I thought that that was really important, and it did have something to do with the job that he's applying for. So I used the who strategy in order to come up with these statements that are underneath here that just went along with the things that he said that he or she had done during that time. So right here, I just kind of left myself at an open spot just because I'm working on it. So I'm using that who strategy, like, what did he do? Well, he coordinated this. How'd you do it? Well, he spoke with high engagement. And then what was the outcome? $2,000 for them. So I just used that. Then what I would do is I'd go in and I would do next the AutoGear, just because looking at this one right here, it just doesn't seem to really go with the skills that they want for this job. So this is an important job to have listed, and especially these things here, or not especially, but and some of these things here. But this is something that I decided could go down here for additional experience, since we have room for 3 professional experiences here. So I would put the AutoGear founder and CEO right here, and I would go through that who strategy again to do the accomplishments impact. And then Pet Partners marketing coordinator, same idea with the accomplishments and impacts. Additional experience, like I said, I would use that Restaurants Unlimited, and then put in some information that would be pertinent for the job that he wants to get. So maybe negotiation techniques, training programs, personalizations, building project trackers. So that's going to be all the information that we would want to just throw into this line right here. As far as the core competencies go, I just took the informational page that they filled out, and I took the words that they used to describe themselves and put them in here as their strengths. So I just took ambition-driven, passionate, creative, intuitive, entrepreneurial, problem-solving, self-motivated, quick learner. Now this was just motivated, but I changed it to self-motivated just because that was a keyword that was in that job description. As for the technical skills, what I'll do is I'm looking at these, and I'm going through fine-tooth combing the job description to see which of these, if not all of them, would be ideal for this job. So I would probably do the content creation right now, just off the top of my head, technical writing, a lot of these things, product development. For sure, I would put underneath the technical skills, just so they know it. Again, I'm going to kind of weed through those to see which would be best. And if they're all good, they're all good. I do need to make this smaller right here. So I do have that kind of on my to-do list, but I just took his education, or his or her education, and I just copied and pasted it over. So I do need to just make that smaller. I left off the date in which he or she graduated with their Bachelor of Science in Speech and Hearing Sciences. I do want to leave in there the University of Oregon. So I need to put that in. And then, I don't know if I'm bolded, I am. bold it. It's Arial. I don't want that big. So I would put University of Oregon, but I'm going to leave off the date since it is more than 5 years ago. And then last but not least, with relevant information, it actually said relevant organizations here, but I went ahead and changed it to information just because his or her patent was not something that would be an organization. So that was just something I thought was really important to include, just because getting a patent is a big deal. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Hopefully that that fits what you guys are looking for. I would really love to do this, especially with my English background and teaching and all of that good stuff. So anything that I can do or any more questions that you have for me, please reach out. But otherwise, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for considering me for this position.